okay guys, during the summer, Last of Us got remastered, Grand Theft Auto's getting remastered in November. Are games being remastered too quickly? Sean, start with you.
In some cases I think they are, but it really depends on how far back you're going, like generation-wise. Like a few series I've seen that I think are doing it a little too soon are like the Kingdom Hearts franchise, where they came out on the PS2 and now they're just being taken and ported onto the PS3. Like only one console generation doesn't really seem like enough. If it was going to, say, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, I would think that's a little bit more okay. That's like at least a decade of time that you haven't played the games, but now it's a little too early.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you, like, on the decade rule. I feel like there's some games where we should wait, like, honestly, we should wait, like, 15 or so years.
Let it marinate a little bit.
Yeah, 'cause there's some absolute classics where you really gotta appreciate them for what they are for a long time before you want to reintroduce them to a new generation that might not appreciate what you appreciate, like with the like nostalgia qualities of it. That's when you want to update it, when that kind of runs out. But some games, like, you shouldn't touch them. Like, you gotta appreciate them for what they were made for, you know what I mean?
Now, do you guys consider The Last of Us or Grand Theft Auto 5 instant classics?
I would say that The Last of Us is a classic. It's just, I think as far as remake goes, it just got cut, like it got released at a time when it was like right in between a new console release, so it came out of the bad time. I think they should have actually just waited a little bit.
Yeah, and that's the same way I feel with Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, I still don't understand to this day how they, were able to fit all that on Xbox 360. With it being not having a Blu-ray drop and all. So, I mean, maybe they should have waited, but I mean, people are enjoying those remastered versions now anyway. So,
right.
I mean, I don't think they're doing so bad. So,
I guess those games are still, if you think of it from like a selling standpoint, they're still selling a lot all the time, just because a lot of people will wait like a year to play a game. So, and if the new console just came out, you might as well, since it's like at an end of life kind of thing, not end of life, but you're reintroducing the new console. I guess you want your best games from the last console and the new one if you're just starting it, especially with how slow sales are.
What do you think?
I get what you're saying about letting stuff marinate, letting it actually sink in, as opposed to just, here's a title, oh, hey, by the way, here's another copy of it. And like, I felt that for a while, like Modern Warfare, or more so Call of Duty as a whole, was doing that for a while, because it was like, ooh, Modern Warfare. Literally like 3-4 months later, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, but after Modern Warfare 2, it blew up.
I know, like
it became like a mainstream phenomenon. So it was just
it was ridiculous.
They wanted to make that money yearly, so it was just like, we have to release this every year. And over the years, their sales are declining like steadily. But I mean, even though it's still popular, it's steady declining in terms of revenue.
Well, they didn't wait a year to release new titles though. It felt like it was almost like they were releasing them like quarterly or every like half a year.
Well, with Call of Duty, what they do is they'll release a game in November, like every year. Those games will be coming out in November, and then they'll announce a new Call of Duty in February. So it's like basically, wow, like the hype. Once people get hyped for that new Call of Duty, they don't really want to play the new one anymore, or the old one anymore. So
how do you guys think that like affects like what makes a game special? Like, do you think that just makes games more disposable now? Like if you like in certain series?
That's kind of what I was thinking with how regularly they come out, a Call of Duty a year. It sort of loses that vibe to like go and revisit the series. It just sort of feels like you're, taking your vitamins daily sort of thing. Where like it could have been some game, like if they did them very like sort of on a regular release schedule, maybe like every 3 years or so do a Call of Duty. Then you can make a remastered, but it's like, I was just thinking I wouldn't want a remastered Call of Duty because I pretty much get a pretty similar experience every year.
Yeah, and now Battlefield's kind of doing the same thing with Hardline coming out in March, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know why these companies feel the need to release these games every year, but I mean, it's obviously one reason.
It sort of dissolves wanting to do a remake or do remastered versions of those because you're essentially getting a remastered every year.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about the sports games and how they come out every year. And it's like I play Madden and NBA 2K faithfully yearly, and it's just like now that I'm older and I understand the value of a dollar more, I realize that spending $60 on basically a roster update every year is kind of like, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, people are going to spend their money on it, so they're not going to stop it. So.
Right.
Yeah.